I'm making a guillotine gate for the end of my sheep chute that I made out of pallets. I showed you that. And what I'm using here is some U-channel that I had. Maybe that's a better shot. It's got a groove in it. It's just kind of like a U with some flares on the side. And I'm going to make a guillotine gate that slides up and down. This is the gate. And it's from an old wrought iron porch railing, I guess you'd call it. I'll show you that right now. Here's the old railing. This is obviously going like you're going up a step. And then the part that I took off of the head gate came up like this, so it did a Z pattern. And I took that part off right there, and that's going to be my guillotine gate. So what I've done, and what these are is kind of hard to explain. These were on my original garage door. If the garage door was closed, had come down, and you're looking at like that, these would have been vertical like this, because it was a real heavy garage door. It was a wooden garage door, and the garage door would come up like this and sit. Well, those panels, with 18-foot garage door, those panels would sag. They would sag if they didn't have this U-channel bolted in them upright. In other words, the U part of it, this part of it, was like this. Gave it a lot of strength, holding it upright. I've used it before. One of my sheep sheds has the skids are made out of this. And this is my last one. I cut it in half. Gonna use this. I had 3 of them. So what I've done is I drilled a small hole inside there, and a large hole here so I could get my drill bit in there. And I'm going to I have screwed the U-channel here with just some drywall screws. I've got 6 of these holes. Screw the U-channel to these 2x4s, and this is just a temporary bracing to keep it square. Bottom is just a temporary bracing. I'll do something else with that. I'll probably weld some metal in there for that, just to give it a good base, a good solid base there, so it won't warp on me and get crossways. If it starts to rack any, you know, if it's up here like this and it starts to rack any, then that gate is not going to slide up and down in there very well. So I've got to make sure before I put it in, it's square and make it right. So anyway, when I get up to this is a 2x4. When I get up to the pallets, the edge of the pallet chute like this, I'll show you that. I'll screw these through here, probably drill it first. Screw these through here, use some 3-inch screws, and screw this to the pallet. The pallet will be behind it, and that will give it that should give it enough strength. Plus I will come in here on the side here, and I'll put multiple screws through from this down into the pallet, the upright of the pallet. I'll put multiple screws down there also. So that should be plenty. So what I'm doing right now, I've cut this off to 17.5 inches, I think it is, across here. I believe this is 18 and a quarter. That's about what my chute is. My chute is 17. So, and I wanted to use it as is, not have to weld much up. However, these are about 5 inches in between. Maybe a little more than that, and I'm gonna have trouble because a sheep can probably stick their head through there and then maybe couldn't get it out. An adult sheep trying to get out, trying to you know, pretty excited and going forward, stick their head in there, maybe their ears get caught behind their ears and can't get out. So I'll put something here. I hadn't decided if I'm gonna weld a piece of cattle panel here or whether I'm going to just get some more of these. I've got some of those left on that deal over there, and just get some of these and weld them. Just weld an extra one in the middle of these, 3 more. So I'll do one or the other. But right now I've got to put some ears on these on the sides that will slip down in this channel and act as a guillotine, go up and down. Okay, so let me, I've already got them cut off. They're about 2 inches long, and I'll have to weld them to these ends here. Four places, top and bottom, just sticking out like this to go inside the guillotine. Slide up and down. I've used some of these magnetic triangles before, and they really help when you're welding to get your things square. This is all metal, so I can stick it to this, and it sticks to that, and it gives me a perfect 90-degree angle to weld on. I'll weld it there, weld it all the way around there. I'll do that on 4 sides. So what I found was when I raised the gate up and down, my drywall screw inside there was sticking out just enough, because it's not going to bury very deep. It'll go deep into wood, but it won't go deep into metal. So the head of it is sticking out, you know, just a little bit, because it's got a tapered head on it, and it was hanging up, going up and down. So I'll show you what I did. So since it was hitting, sliding up and down, I tapered these, rounded them, you know, made that kind of round, and also tapered them down, ground off all the welds, and just made it taper down, not to a point, but tapered down quite a bit, all 4 of them, and it slides up and down like crazy now. So here it is. Let me show you what I did. At the top, I welded on a little hook, had an old pulley, welded a T-post at the top, little piece of a T-post. Crappy welding, don't talk about me. To fill in these wide gaps here, I just got some 3/8 rebar. I love rebar, you know I love rebar. Welded it in there. I've greased it. You can see the grease in there. It's heavy, you know, it's not an aluminum gate. This is, I'd say the gate weighs 20 pounds, 25. So, you know, it's a lot for that little pulley, and I may have to replace it and put a bigger pulley on it. I may even have to, or want to, spring assist. Put some kind of spring from here up just to give it, you know, where I can open it quick if I need to, and not have to really, you know, yank on it. So right now I will straighten it up and run some screws in here, which will go through the support 2x4, which will go into the pallet. This is my pallet chute. So be going through here, through there, into there, 3-inch screws, and then I'll see how the sheep like it. Got to get it tight so the gate won't hang on that screw. Looks pretty good. So here it is installed. Again, the gate's pretty heavy. It's not aluminum. So, you know, it's got a little weight to it. But that will let them out when they are in. That's about all I can say about it.